Had a big win last week. Got a chance to play a lot of guys. Obviously, we've got a huge test this week on the road. This will be our second road game. Second time we played a top 10 opponent on the road. Didn't handle ourselves very well the last time, at least the first quarter, and kind of got in a bind and played uphill for the rest of the game. So hopefully we'll respond better this road trip.
First up, we have Chip Howard of KZNE Radio.
Coach, it's pretty obvious that A&M puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses, but does that also carry over to offenses, thinking they have to score a lot of points to keep up?
Well, I think, anytime, you've got dynamic offense like they do, it affects the whole game. And strategically, from a coaching standpoint, you try to get a strategy that, you feel like gives, your team the best chance of being successful. But they're very good on offense.
Would you discuss just everything that's tried to be done to challenge and corral Johnny Manziel? And I guess a few things have worked and most haven't.
Well, you look, there's been a lot of different schemes to try to stop him. He does a very good job adjusting, as the game goes on and taking, what the defense gives him. But at the same time, I think, his best play is when he buys time and he creates on his own. That's when he really hurts defenses. And, so hopefully we'll do a good job of staying fresh.
Next is Greg Ostendorf of ESPN.com.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Greg.
I just want to ask you mentioned talking about wanting to improve from the last road game against LSU. How much does that help, though, getting a road game under your belt and just in preparation for this week with the players and just having a game already, they know what it's like, they've been there. How much does that help the team?
Well, I got to believe it's going to help us from the standpoint, we're a young, inexperienced team. We definitely were then. And we didn't handle ourselves very well, with the crowd or the elements because it was raining pretty good. So, I got to believe that we'll be more comfortable and hopefully won't make the same mistakes twice.
And I'm not sure if you've ever played there or not, but what have you heard about Kyle Field and the atmosphere there?
Well, I heard it's extremely loud, and heard it's one of the tougher places to play. Of course, LSU, you can say the same thing about that. So we really expect it to be similar.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Next we have David Pascal of Chattanooga Times Free Press.
Hey, Coach, another question regarding your second road trip against a top 10 team. What do you like about your program overall more now just than you did when you went to Baton Rouge?
Well, we know a little bit more about our team and how they're going to respond. We're a couple games more experienced now. Our quarterback got a chance to experience his first road game with the rest of our guys. So, hopefully that'll be better this time.
And then I asked Coach Sumlin earlier on this call about last year's tape, and he said he's not even going to look at it because you guys have a new staff. Do you in preparation, I know sometimes coaches like to break down the last 3 or 4 games that are played and then go back to last year's matchup against the team you're playing. Did you delve into last year's tape much at all regarding this game?
Really haven't. Of course, last year we really tried to put that to bed. But, from a opponent standpoint, breaking them down, you try your best to gather all the information, you need to give your team an advantage. So, we went back to last year some, but not specifically our game.
Okay, thanks.
Next is Spencer Tillman of CBS Sports.
Gus, good day. Can you unpack the advantages and or disadvantages, as the case may be, for going up tempo against an opponent that's able to score fast as well, and then the role that defense plays and whether or not you decide to do that because you are a little bit better than they are defensively, particularly stopping the run?
Yeah, I tell you that's a great question. Our strength and really who we are is a pace team, and we're at our best when we're playing fast. But you just got to see how the game unfolds because you want to give your team the best chance of being successful. And obviously, if we're pacing, we need to be successful. So we'll just have to see how the game unfolds, and we'll pick and choose our times to go fast and see how it unfolds.
And a quick follow-up, it looks like you've got a future quarterback. Obviously, you get your starter back. What does that do? Does that complicate things? Does it give you more confidence to know that if you have to go that route, that that you can? What does that do for you?
You know, I really think it gives us confidence because anytime you get your backup experience and you know a little bit more about how he's going to respond and all that, I mean, he's practiced great, and each week has gotten better. But the standpoint that we got two guys, and we feel like we can utilize them both, you know, in different aspects.
Fair enough. Thanks, and congratulations on your success so far, Coach.
Hey, thank you, sir.